I was at a conference one day and saw the brochure for therapeutic foster care.
I thought about it for years, but then when my last child left home.
We originally were going to sponsor a Vietnamese refugee.
I was single, newly divorced. I had no children of my own, and I wanted someone to share my life with.
I always wanted kids, and it just never kind of worked out.
I had this house that was empty, I had this yard that was empty.
And I made the mistake of kind of calling and saying, we might be interested in this.
And I thought this would be a good time for me to pursue that.
And I knew there were children who needed homes.
So we've been fostering for about 30 years, off and on.
Let's see, that was 1981, so
Well,
yeah, a few years.
I've been fostering 6 years, maybe 7.
25 years since 1992.
We started fostering in July of 2015. I've been fostering ever since.
I'm Mary Peterson, and I work for Central Wyoming Counseling Center. We have a program called Therapeutic Foster Care. In that program, we develop foster homes for children that need them. Therapeutic Foster Care is a program where we find homes for children who need kind of a specialized care. The people that we look for when we're looking for a foster home are people that enjoy children and people who have experience in working with kids.
The most rewarding thing is seeing a child learn from past mistakes, learn from past behaviors, and what not to repeat them. In my career as a foster parent, I've had several children just become wonderful adults, and seeing that warms my heart. One stays in contact with me, and she's now married, has 2 children. She's a wonderful person. She's happy. She has a happy home. She's a good mother. She has very high standards for her home. You'd never know she was ever in foster care or she ever had any problems. So she's had a wonderful life, and I'm so glad I got to contribute to that.
when you see the lives of the children and even the families change for the better because of what we're doing. We have former foster children now that still consider us part of the family, their parents consider us part of the family, and we have a birthday party to go to on Sunday for 2 of the children that has become part of our family because of foster care.
We've had I think over 20 children, just in the last 2 years. But we have an 18-year-old now who's on the honor roll. Early on, he was looking forward to being a high school dropout. Today, he's on the honor roll. And recently, the school has been talking to him about a basketball scholarship to go to college. So we've seen a complete turnaround in his life. That's just one of them.
The most rewarding thing about foster parenting has been the bonds I have made with children, and I have made some friends, I'm going to call them friends at this point, that I feel will be part of my life for years and years to come. I think having foster children has just made my life richer. It's made me feel like I've done something productive and giving and loving, and I feel very good about it, and I hope to continue for a long time to come.
These are actually, to be honest, these are the first kids we've had, and we're adopting both.
As challenging as the 2 of them can be, and they can be, knowing that they know that they're loved in a way they've never been loved before. I don't know what else in life can give you that.
Primarily, we look for someone who really, really enjoys kids. And what I mean by that is that kids are going to do everything they can sometimes to cause turmoil in your home or do things that you aren't really thrilled with and they know it. the kind of kids that we get referred to us are kids that have possibly been in other placements before where it wasn't a good match, it didn't quite work out for them. They may have caused some problems in the home that foster parents weren't feeling like they were able to deal with. They are kids who are adoptable at times. Other kids are just needing a placement because it saves them from going into residential treatment centers, or it saves them a step before they go directly home. So coming out of residential, if we can provide a good solid home for them to live in while they're learning to adjust back into regular schools and that kind of thing in the foster home, and living with a family again, then we have them more ready for them to be able to integrate back into their own families.
You may encounter some difficult children that have life experiences that you're just not familiar with or have never coped with in raising your own children.
Don't expect immediate gratification in their behaviors. Don't expect miracles overnight. This is kind of like training an animal. We are animals. When I train a horse, it takes me months and years. So don't expect a child to change their behavior overnight. You have to work with them and love them and be patient. You might have to explain something over 15, 20 times, maybe 40 times, but they'll get it eventually. You just need to be consistent. Don't expect immediate gratification. It is not there.
It can be the most challenging thing you've ever done, but it can also be the most rewarding thing you've ever done. So if you can make it through the challenges and stay with these children long enough to see some changes in their lives, it's rewarding.
I wasn't aware of it as much until we started talking about becoming foster parents, just how many kids are in need in this community and in all communities in Wyoming. And it's not just Wyoming, it's across the country, but Wyoming seemingly has a disproportionate number of kids in need. And they're our future.
So that's why we need therapeutic foster homes, and we really, really need more homes. There are so many kids in our community right here that we aren't able to provide homes for because we don't have the resources. We don't have the foster parents that we need. So there's differences between DFS foster care and the foster care, treatment foster care that we provide here, in that we do provide, because these children are a little bit more involved and in their care, and also in the kind of needs that they have, we provide training, extensive training for foster parents before they become parents, and we also provide in-home support. We provide support while the child is in school. We provide on-call 24-hour support, and we are also providing as much therapy as needed for each child that we have.
And anytime there's been a need, I know the people here are only a phone call or a text away.
We've had continual support in terms of counseling, therapy, case management. I mean, I feel like we have the advantage here of working with a team, and that team has not only our children's interest foremost in their mind, but also ours.
Right now, we are trying to increase our program. We are trying to be able to keep up with the needs. We haven't been able to do that, but I can tell you it is a very, very important role that you can play by being a foster parent for them. If you think that you're at all interested in being a foster parent, we would love to hear from you. You could either call us, call myself, Mary Peterson, at our CWCC number 237-9583, or you can also call Emily Wynn. She's also a therapeutic foster care coordinator, liaison, and can also help you. If we aren't available, you can leave us a message. We do our trainings along with the Department of Family Services. So you can also come to a training and make a decision then if you want to be a foster parent. We have a new training that's starting on February 28th at 6:00 p.m. here at Central Wyoming Counseling Center. If you're interested in becoming a foster parent, please call and sign up for that training.
And I would say to remember that children are in foster care not because of anything they did, but because of the needs that they have. And to give love out to somebody else is a huge reward. And if we do not step forward to help these kids, who will?